floor now to my brother, the distinguished representative of Ukraine.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, like others, I would like to start on a sad note by extending my sincere condolences to the colleagues from Afghanistan and United Kingdom, whose countries and capitals have become once again the targets of cowardly and senseless terrorist attacks. Mr. President, at the outset, let me thank the Bolivian presidency for convening the Security Council meeting on this important topic. The World Economic Forum's 2017 Global Risks Report ranks water crisis as a top 10 global risk, linking it to a cluster of environment-related risks, notably extreme weather events, failures of climate change mitigation and adaptation, as well as to migration and conflict. As of today, nearly 1 billion people in the world are in danger of experiencing shortages of food and water. Moreover, 90% of the world's current population live in countries that share rivers, lakes, or aquifers with other countries. These transboundary watercourses are overexploited and vulnerable to pollution. It all underlines that transboundary water cooperation is essential for maintaining national, regional, and global stability. There is no doubt that many countries and peoples, just like thousands of years ago, are facing fierce competition over access to water resources. In regions where water is both scarce and in high demand, this problem may trigger a significant drop in economic growth, leading to uneven distribution of limited water resources, lower living standards, rising unemployment, and humanitarian needs. All these may result in forced migration or even cause armed conflicts. Mr. President, we fully share the view that such current trends clearly require that governments, the UN system, civil society, private sector, local authorities work together to address holistically and in a comprehensive manner this challenge and mitigate associated risks. To achieve this outcome, Ukraine advocates strengthening river basin cooperation and international partnerships in regard to the sustainable water management, environmental protection, as well as transfer of affordable technologies on water and energy. We also stand for the developmental approach of acquiring technical knowledge and technological capacity through education and relevant research activities, particularly in developing countries. We are convinced that the progress in upholding peace and stability in the area of water security also depends on adequate management of the growing demand for resources under the conditions of reduced supply combined with population growth. To minimize the gap between supply and demand in access to fresh water, the international community requires effective security and developmental strategies for resource management and conservation. Dear colleagues, we believe that creating effective legal and political frameworks is crucial for preventing conflict and fostering cooperation on transboundary water-related issues. It is only natural that many, if not all, colleagues around this table referred in their statements to the successful examples of regional cooperation in this field. As a state party to the UN Economic Commission for Europe Convention on the Protection and Use of Transboundary Watercourses and International Lakes, or Water Convention, adopted in 1992, Ukraine supports and promotes knowledge and experience sharing as regards water and security nexus. In this regard, it is also important to note that together with 13 other countries and the European Union, my country is actively working on the sustainable and equitable water management of the Danube River through the International Commission for the Protection of the Danube River. That organization has grown into one of the largest and most active international bodies of river basin management expertise in the world, an excellent example of regional water diplomacy. Another good example is the involvement of the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, OSCE, into the water-related environmental security issues in Central Asia, a useful tool of preventive diplomacy. We firmly believe that our desire and will to protect the planet must transform into actions. For this, United Nations member states need to move from declaring their aspirations to taking concrete steps to secure the future we want for present and future generations. I thank you.